Hello again, and we're back with Chapter 2 today. Today's chapter is called Bat's Cave. But before we get started with that, I want to ask you a couple of questions. First, we met two characters in the story yesterday. Can you remember what their names are? That's right, Bat and Janie. Janie's the sister, and Bat is the little boy in the story that seems to be the main character. So I want you to remember that he's the main character in the story as we go through. Here we go, chapter number 2. Bat's Cave. After finishing his snack, Bat went to his room. Bat's room was his favorite place in the whole world. In his room, Bat felt completely comfortable. Here he knew where everything was. If something was in the wrong place, it was his own fault because no one messed with his room but him. In the rest of their small house, Bat's mom and sister knew to put anything that needed to go in Bat's room in one of 3 baskets. His clean laundry basket, his book basket, and his miscellaneous stuff basket. Now I know you're probably going to ask me, what's miscellaneous, Mrs. Parsons? Let me tell you. Miscellaneous was a great word and one of Bat's favorites. It meant all the extra stuff. So the miscellaneous stuff basket could have almost anything except clean laundry and books in it. When the baskets were full, Mom placed them in the hallway outside Bat's door. He took them into his room and unloaded them himself. Once Mom had tried to reorganize his dresser drawers because she thought they could use some help. After, when he was so upset he couldn't even speak, she said, "I'm sorry, Bat, but your drawers were just a mess. Your hats mixed in with your pants and sweaters. I don't know how you find anything." But the drawers weren't a mess. Not at all. If Mom had looked more closely, she would have seen that the knit hats were in with the long pants and his sweaters, because he always wore those things together on cold days. Shorts and t-shirts were in another drawer because he wore those things together on warm days. But what about this drawer, Mom had asked, pulling open the bottom right drawer, which held a pair of pants, a wool sweater, and 2 t-shirts. "Those are the things I never wear," Bat told her when he finally calmed down, "because they're itchy and uncomfortable." Then Mom cut the tags out of the t-shirts and Bat moved them to the warm drawer. After that, Mom left him to his own devices, as she liked to say. Once in his room, Bat closed the door. There was a sign on the outside that said, "Please knock." Janie had written it for him because her writing was much neater than his. Janie could do all the hand things better than Bat. Writing things, cutting things out, smooth peanut butter on bread. The clock told Bat that Mom would be home in 46 minutes. Mom was a veterinarian, which was what Bat intended to be too one day. Now, do you guys remember what a veterinarian is? Remember, my daughter Maddie works for a veterinarian, so it's an animal doctor. Mostly she treated cats and dogs, but sometimes she had unusual patients. Once she had taken a BB pellet out of a wing of a hawk. The pellet had broken one of the bones and Mom had done surgery to mend it. She brought home x-rays to show Bat. "Why would anyone shoot a hawk?" Bat had asked. "Do you think they were going to eat it?" "No," said Mom. "Sometimes people do stupid things." She had been very angry about the hawk, angrier even than when Bat and Janie got into a loud, screaming fight. Seeing the x-rays of the hawk's broken wing made Bat angry too. But his room always made him feel better. It had a roll-down bamboo window shade and a fine closet full of shelves and a pull-out trundle in case someday a friend came to spend the night. So a trundle is one of those beds, so if you had a normal bed, it's almost like a little tiny bed that pulls out from underneath your bed, and then you can have a friend over to spend the night, so this way you have 2 separate beds. It had a ceiling fan and a reading lamp, and a rug with a picture of a train track printed on it. Bat felt like looking through his animal encyclopedia, which he often did after school, so he pulled it down from his bookshelf and dropped comfortably onto his beanbag. His stomach was full of sandwich, and Mr. Grayson hadn't assigned any homework. For this moment, at least, Bat felt perfectly content. I'm going to show you the picture. So here's the picture. Now, there was a lot of words in here that I'm thinking that you might not know what they mean. The first one said Mom was going to leave him to his own devices. What I want you to do is I want you to talk to somebody at home and ask them, what does that mean? The other thing I think you might need to ask is, what's an encyclopedia? Now, we don't use encyclopedias much anymore because we have Google, we have computers, we have laptops, we have iPhones, we have all sorts of technology. But when I was growing up, we had encyclopedias that we had to use. So again, ask your families, what's an encyclopedia? And how you use it. And lastly, it said we had roll-down bamboo window shades. Do you know what those are? So lots of vocabulary in this chapter. But I also want you to think about the things that Bat seems to like and not like. And I want you to notice how particular he is with different things. So that's another conversation I want you to have with your families. So lots and lots to talk about in this chapter. So have some great conversations, and I will see you again tomorrow. Take care.